Savage Beauty Season 2 on Netflix has been out for about a week now, and it remains on the top 10 trending shows on Netflix because honestly, the show is amazing. I dare say that Season 2 was better than Season 1, and Season 1 was not bad. Season 1 was quite amazing in its own way, but I really feel like Season 2 just took it to another level. Now, is the idea original at all? No, the show is literally about this rich family with a ginormous family business, and the family members are fighting for who's gonna be CEO. There's about 101 American shows with the same subject, 101 British shows with the same subject. Even here in South Africa, was it last year, we had a miserable attempt with Magenta Coal. That show was atrocious. They couldn't even get lighting right. Anyways, this is not about Magenta Coal. This is about Savage Beauty Season 2. Now, can you watch Season 2 if you have not watched Season 1? Of course, I would recommend that you start the story from the beginning. If you have the time and you feel like it, do start by watching Season 1. But if you don't, I don't think you will be that lost in just jumping straight into Season 2. When the first episode of Season 2 airs, they do play a recap of what of the main points of Season 1. So for us who didn't rewatch Season 1 in preparation of Season 2, just to remind us what happened, and for any new viewers to sort of get an idea of what happened on Season 1, and also throughout the 6 episodes, because this show is 6 episodes long. Throughout the episodes, they don't necessarily dwell on events of Season 1 to the point that you would be lost. You know, you will have a moment where you're like, who the hell is Kulube? What is this bleaching scandal? But, you know, you either don't dwell on it or you figure it out as you go along. So yeah, do just jump into Season 2 and just go with the flow, because the show is absolutely amazing. The acting is superb. The writing is superb. Like the story arcs, the character arcs, every character goes through something. Every character goes through a struggle. You know, it doesn't only focus on our main characters. You are invested and concerned and worried about each and every character on the show. And that's what a good series should be about. You know, we can't just have fluffy characters that are there for filler, to occupy space. Everybody has a backstory. Everybody has something that pushes them or drives them towards something. And I absolutely love it. This is an idea of good writing. And even in terms of production, the lighting, the editing, okay, I don't know much about that, but it was good. Clar. Now, who's who in this zoo? Let me start with the Bangu family, our main family. This entire thing is about them. The Bangu family, we have Don. He is the head of the family, and his wife, Grace. Don has a daughter from a previous relationship. Her name is Linda. And with his wife, Grace, Don has 2 sons. Pila and Ndumiso. Dawn also has a second wife because the man is a polygamist, and her name is Tando. Now, new arrivals on Season 2 is our rival family, not very big, and they are the Mulattoes, a father-daughter duo. It's Richard and Charlie. Now, what the hell is Season 2 about? Within the family business, Bangu Beauty, the family members are fighting for the CEO position. Don and his wife, Grace Honey, they are fighting each other. They are backstabbing each other. They are gossiping about each other. They are manipulating each other. They are kidnapping each other. They are attempting to kill each other for the CEO position. And this is a married couple, all right? Somewhere along the way, their son, Pila, joins in this fight, also doing his own background manipulations, you know, trying to take the CEO position right under his fighting parents, you know, associating himself with people he shouldn't be associating himself with, but because he's so focused on trying to usurp the throne from his parents, he does not see that there is an enemy. None of these people see that, hold on, we got an enemy. Now, who is this enemy? Of course, the father-daughter duo, Richard and Charlie. Let me start with Richard. Richard starts popping up where Pilar is, start whispering certain things in Pilar's ear. Richard start off by saying, hey, sell me your shares, sell me this, and then he's acting like Pilar's mentor in the business space, giving him advice and whatnot. In no time at all, Pilar feels very comfortable sharing family secrets and family goings on, as well as company goings on with this man here, Richard. But what Richard is also doing, because he's a busy guy, is he gets close to Grace, the wife. He starts off, being like an industry associate. He makes sure that in the events he's sitting right next to her, and then he graduates himself to friendship level. But as drama is going on in Grace's life, as Grace and Don keep fighting and backbiting each other, Grace is drawn more and more towards Richard, who seems like a safe space for her, a safe haven for her. And yeah, a flirtation develops. At some point, an actual relationship between the two of them develops. But Richard and his daughter Charlie are on a mission to bring down the company, to bring down Bangu Beauty, and to make the Bangus pay. Why? Because Grace and Dawn were involved in the murder of Richard's wife, Charlie's mother. So that's why they are out and out to get the Bangus and destroy their company. Now that is what Richard is doing, but what is Charlie, the daughter, doing? Now that girl is heartless. That girl is heartless. She has absolutely no remorse regarding anything she does. She is so driven. She got tunnel vision in terms of doing whatever it takes to make sure that she gets all the information that she needs to bring down Bangu Beauty and make sure that the Bangus pay for killing her mother. Girl is out for revenge. Her first order of business is to make sure that she brings herself close to Pilar. At Pilar's brother's funeral, at Ndu's funeral, she's there. When Pilar is being pretty much sexually assaulted by another lady, Charlie steps in, acts like she is Pilar's girlfriend, and saves him from that very awkward situation. And that's how they start a very sexual relationship. Initially, it seems like they just into it for sexual purposes, but then they also hang out outside of the bedroom, and Charlie always makes sure to bring up business, talking about how she is starting her own beauty business, and asking Pilar questions, asking Pilar to join her in her beauty business, because Pilar was more than free and open to tell Charlie all the struggles and challenges that he faces in the Bangu business, because his parents are just so overbearing, and his dad, Don, is not a good father. He's very overbearing, he's very critical of Pilar, and he's very sharp with his words, and that always affects Pilar negatively. And then Pilar will run over to Charlie and tell Charlie what daddy said and how he's just sad and disappointed. Charlie was a shoulder to lean on, but girl was on a mission. In no time at all, Pilar had developed feelings for Charlie, and he proposes that, my girl, can we be more than just, can we take this seriously, make it some type of a relationship? Charlie's like, let's not put labels into it, and let's still keep it under wraps and whatnot. Somewhere in their associations, Pilar introduces his sister, Linda, to Charlie. And in no time at all as well, Charlie manages to convince Linda to join her in this company that she says she is starting. Now, let's hop on to Linda. Let's put Charlie and Pilar on pause and hop on to Linda. On season 1, Linda is very driven. Linda's trying to impress Dawn, her father, to make sure that she is the viable candidate to take over from him. But Dawn was really not looking at Linda like that. Dawn wanted Pilar to take over from him. Like, Linda was going in hard and stuff like this. The more she tried, the more Dawn was not impressed. Somewhere along the line, Linda, girl, started a relationship with Tando. Dawn's second wife. Linda started a relationship with her father's second wife, honey. They fell madly in love. She stole her father's second wife. It is as weird as it sounds. And because of that, Dawn fired her and proceeded to blacklist her in the industry, making sure that she can't get a job anywhere else. Now let's come back to season 2. Linda and Tando are living together. It seems everything is going hunky-dory between the two of them. They have an engagement party. Like, they are in love. They'll do anything for each other. But then Tando finds out that she is pregnant with Dawn's baby. Tando finds out that she is pregnant, her girlfriend's father's child. And she immediately tells Linda, and Linda's like, abort. I'm a book us an appointment. We can go to the specialist together. Because, girl, you cannot be in a relationship with me and give birth to my sibling. What on earth, you know? And Tando packs her bags and leaves. She goes back to her mother's house in Soweto because she wants the baby. For the longest time, Tando thought that she cannot carry a baby to full term. She kept having miscarriages over and over again. There's a reason for that. Find out on season 1. I'm not going to dwell on it. So yeah, Tando really wants to keep this baby, so that's why she ran. Now, let's put Tando over there and bring it back to Linda and Charlie. Like I said, Charlie proposed that Linda join her in this company that she is starting. And of course, as I explained, being blacklisted by her family and all that, Linda jumps at the opportunity to be part of this. They are both so excited about starting this company. Linda is sincere and giving 100%. And Charlie, she is starting her own beauty company, and she does realize that, hold on, this girl Linda got great ideas. She's really good at what she does, and she's really good at what she offers. So she's now two ways about it. You know, she wants to keep Linda for that reason, but she is still using Linda. She's still manipulating Linda, making sure that tunnel vision, the plan to bring down Bengal Beauty, she can siphon something from Linda as well, making sure that Linda can do something to bring down her family business. And that is stealing the creators, you know, the people who makes the products and what, stealing them from beauty, from Bengal Beauty to this company that they are starting. And it seems like Linda is very persuasive. Whatever the hell she said to those people, one by one, people in prominent position in product development, that's the word I was looking for, product development, they start agreeing to come over to this side. Okay, what the hell did she tell them? What did she promise them? Like, I don't see myself leaving a prominent business, established business where my job is secure, and leaving that and coming to a startup. Like, I wonder what she said to them. They don't show us. All they tell us is that, oh, this product developer has agreed to come over to this company. And it's like, okay, yay. So in terms of that, okay, we're reaching here, but whatever, it's a fictional story. Oh, in no time at all, an attraction develops between Charlie and Linda, because honey, this is a Netflix show, and one thing about shows on Netflix, there will be lesbians and bisexuals and gays, and anybody can be gay and lesbian and bisexual, and it looks like Charlie is bisexual. And the difference now between what Charlie has with Pila to what Charlie has with Linda, it really does look like Charlie is into Linda. She really likes Linda. She's really attracted and has real feelings for Linda. Whereas with Pila, the brother, she was just doing it for the mission. Okay, so yeah, a relationship starts between Charlie and Linda. Now look at this. Not only did Linda steal her father's wife, Linda is now sleeping with her brother's girl. Linda girl. But in Linda's defense, she does not know that Charlie and Pila has something going on. She thinks that they are just friends. So the villain here is Charlie, who knows that she got something going on with Pila, and she knows that Pila takes it seriously. So she was really being trashy. Eventually, it does come out that Charlie has a relationship with both of them. So the three of them were out for drinks, and Pila had to leave these two and go greet a friend and say hi to a friend. And when he comes back, these two are kissing. The audacity. Did they think Pila... Okay, Charlie, did she think that Pila was gone for good? And that's why she was just so comfortable right there in a public space that it seems they frequent. She's kissing Pila's sister. Of course, Pila comes back and she's like, what the F is going on here? Linda is shook that, oops, she did it again. Taking a family member's partner. Now, let me bring it back to Dawn and Grace and what their storylines are. And for it to make sense, I have to take it back to season 1. Now, on season 1, we had a character by the name of Zintle. She had a vendetta against the Bengal family. She and her brother were victims of the Bengal family's businesses in their early days of starting the business. So it seems that the Bengal family started off with skin bleaching products, and they were testing them out on children. And Zintle and her brother were those children that it was tested out on. And then when the Bengal family was done with these children, they decided to burn the house where these children were kept, were living, hence killing a lot of the children, and only Zintle and her brother survived. So you see, Zintle had a ginormous vendetta against the Bengals. She infiltrated the Bengal business, was a prominent member in the business, and she wanted to expose them. She didn't want to kill them, but she wanted to expose them. And what ended up happening is that she got a confession out of Dawn, where he said, yes, we had this skin bleaching business. Yes, we were testing it on children. And yes, we burned the house where these children were kept. And the end of season 1 was a face-off between Dawn and Zintle. And Dawn was trying to kill Zintle. Zintle had to shoot Dawn. And in the midst of it all, Dawn's last-born son, Ndumiso came back. And Ndumiso heard the recording that was being played. There was a shootout, and Ndumiso got shot and died. And Dawn was in hospital. And cue season 2. Now, it's Dawn that shot Ndu, but we are, as the viewers, the only ones that know. The family doesn't know. Dawn lies and say it is Zintle that shot Ndu. Of course, Grace, this is a baby, this is a son. She's mad as hell, and she's angry at Zintle that Zintle is the one who killed her son. And in the first episode, honey, Grace kills Zintle. And just like that, the storyline of season 1 is wrapped up. Zintle is killed. Forget about Zintle. She comes up here and there a little bit along the season, but with Richard and Charlie joining the show, you reach a point where you don't even think about Zintle anymore. I mean, she's dead, okay? And Grace has that recording, and she kept it and all that, and she keeps using it to blackmail Dawn and stuff like that. So yeah, they wrapped out the season 1 storyline like that by having Zintle die. Now, how do I feel about that? They had their own reasons, but I do feel like keeping Zintle around for longer would have added more conflict to the storyline, you know? So anyways, when season 2 starts, Dawn is preoccupied recovering from that shootout with Zintle. And also, he shortly discovered that his son, Ndu, is haunting him, because Ndu's last words were along the lines of, love your family and tell the truth, something along those lines. So at random moments, Dawn would be looking at the mirror and he glances, Ndu is looking right at him. In a crowded place, he would do a double take and see like, oh my God, that's Ndu. And in a silent moment, especially when he's up to no good, he would hear Ndu's voice saying, Tell the truth, tell the truth. Like, he even consulted his traditional healer. He has this top-notch traditional healer for her to do something, some ritual to get Ndu to leave him alone. But even she couldn't do it, honey. Ndu stuck haunting the man. I like the haunting angle. I think, like, when I die, I would like to also haunt somebody. But anyways, you know, even if I'm just a friendly ghost, I'm like Casper the friendly ghost. I can't just die and it's just silence. No, I want to haunt somebody. So yes, Dawn is busy recovering from that. Grace uses that opportunity to swoop in and take the CEO position from him. Okay? And upon getting the CEO position, she starts doing a lot of changes. She launches a beauty line called Graceful. How original, from a person called Grace, okay? At the launch of this beauty line, she mixes Dawn's medication because, you know, Dawn is fighting to get his CEO position back. So to discredit Dawn, she wants him to act crazy, so she mixes his medication with something. And Dawn put on a show at the launch of Be Graceful. Honey Boo Boo Child, Dawn was singing Do everywhere. He was singing Do everywhere. And he was saying stuff. And one of the things he said was along the lines of, I'm sorry. He was apologizing to Ndu. And that stuck with Grace. For the next couple of scenes, Grace is like, why is Dawn sorry? Why would Dawn apologize to Ndu? What is Dawn sorry about? And Grace wouldn't let it go, you know. The more she thinks about it, the more she remembers Zintle's last words while she was busy killing Zintle. That Zintle didn't do it. It wasn't her that killed Ndu. She finally reaches a realization that, nah, it was Dawn. He's the one who killed Ndu. So before this launch where Dawn went crazy, Dawn was in a car accident. And Dawn thought it was Grace that had, you know, set that whole thing up trying to kill him. And he still remains in the same house with this woman, still eats the same food, sits at the same table with a woman that he thinks is trying to kill him. At the launch with Dawn acting wild, they are getting bad press. The board is not happy. And then after that debacle, they get invaded by the tax department coming to investigate whatever is happening in this company. Everybody had to try and pull strings, call a connection somewhere to try and make this whole thing go away. Dawn thinks he's the one who sorted it out. Grace thinks he's the one who sorted it out, but the person who actually sorted it out is Pila. What he had to do to get it sorted out, I sympathize. I feel bad for him. There is a lot going on, and these two are going at it, trying to fight for the CEO position. And there's a blast from the past that comes through. Dawn's ex-mistress, she pops up making accusations that Dawn sexually harassed her, and Grace did such and such to her as well. Again, the business is getting bad press. The board is not happy. And at that time, Pila is trying to buy board members' shares. The board initially was not taking Pila seriously, but with all this bad press from his parents, the board is starting to consider and take Pila seriously and start thinking, hold on, maybe Pila is not a bad one. Here, like, it goes on and on and on, fighting for the CEO position to the point that Grace arranges for Dawn to get killed. I mean, also at that point, she had concluded that this man killed my son. So she's mad that Dawn killed Ndu, and she just wants him out of the way so she can happily be CEO. She arranges a car accident where he is supposed to burn up in flames with the car, and she thinks that it's a success, and boom, this man shows up at her house alive and not even bruised. It's like, what the hell, you know? All the gloves are off. They're still fighting for the CEO position. And Dawn kidnaps her, and people are asking, where is Grace? Where is Grace? Because Dawn got her locked up in the house. So Dawn is like, God damn it, I can't just keep her locked up. Everybody's asking for her. Certain individuals want to see her in person. And Ulokuzan, Richard, who is now sort of in a relationship with Grace, is sending police to come and check on what is happening. Noni, Grace's co-conspirator, is worried as hell, goes to Richard, be like, I'm worried about Grace, I'm worried about Grace, you have to help, you have to try and save her and stuff like that. So like Don is like, God damn it, too many people, too many busy bodies. He takes Grace to their old house, ties her up, and sets her on fire. What kind of love is this? Okay, it was Richard and Noni that end up saving Grace. Oh my god, a lot goes on this show. How does it end? I want you to go and watch and find out for yourself. If you have watched it, what are your thoughts? Are you loving it as much as I am? Gosh, for me in the comment section. If you have made it this far, please bless me by subscribing. Thank you so much. Bye.